All right, New Year's fishing hack. Don't worry, Adis, we're not actually hacking the game, but we are going to talk about how to be the best Last Cloudia fisher that you can ever be. So this system here tricks you up with anticipation. That's what's going on here. There's a lot of stuff going on, and if you're looking at everything, you're going to start to anticipate, right? The bobber goes down, and 1 and 2 and 3. And other times, the timing is off by just a little bit. If you start to anticipate, right, you see the bobber go down once and twice, you're like, okay, the third time it's gonna be a fish. A lot of times you will take your thumb off the button before the bobber actually goes down. Last Cloudia is using your anticipation against you. There's a very easy way to outsmart all of this. Number 1, turn your volume off. Turn the volume off, okay? That way you don't hear the bobber. You don't need to be hearing any of that. Because number 2, only look for the exclamation point above Kyle's head. If you have to, put sticky notes on the screen. You don't want to see anything else. You just want to look for that little exclamation point above his head. If you hear the bobber going in the water, you're going to start to anticipate. If you see all the little fishies and stuff, and you see the water kicking up, you're going to start to anticipate. If you even see the bobber going up and down, you're going to start to anticipate. Don't look at the bobber. Don't look at the water. Just look right above Kyle's head for that exclamation point that pops up. That's when you want to let go of the button and start tapping away to pull that fish in. So we're only looking at Kyle here. We have the volume turned all the way down, and that's probably the best way to go. If you're still jumping the gun a little bit, something that I used to do before I figured out this little thing where you're just looking at Kyle, right? Something I used to do is, if I'm on a mobile device, which I always am, this isn't going to work for everybody because a lot of people play on computer. What I would do is I would actually start walking around or doing something while I'm fishing, and it would actually help me because it would slow down my timing, right? You're multitasking, and that way you're not going to jump the gun, and that used to help. Of course, now I don't have to worry about any of that. I simply look at Kyle, wait for that exclamation mark to come up, and boom. The only time it gets tricky is when there's the fish swimming around in the background and they splash the water. Well, sometimes that water will get splashed by Kyle's head, and it almost kind of looks like, you know, that white exclamation dot coming up, that little thought bubble above his head. So that's about the only thing you need to be wary of. But since I've started doing this and just paying attention to Kyle and nothing else, I've not missed a fish. So a lot of good stuff in here. I'm glad they're doing something with the fishing. It seems to just keep getting better and better. I like looking at the backgrounds. It is a fun little game. And remember, everybody, hold on to different varieties of fish. Don't just sell them all, because there is a Last Cloudia casino and there is a special arc that you get for that. And I believe the ability on the arc actually scales off of how many different fish you have in your inventory. So fish doesn't really sell for that much anyway. It's your best bet to hold on to all the fish that you can until you get that arc from the casino. Yeah, more power to everybody. So here's to you, 2023, being the best Last Cloudia fisher that you can be. I hope you get you a whole boatload of tuna. Anyway, have an awesome day, everybody.